I feel like cleaning a room should be a activity before, we do anything really. A clean room, a clean workstation. It's all important. If you can't remember.
Clean mind.
Yep. Clean that mind, clean that soul. Everybody pay the toll. Do, 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 do.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what they say? Go to the bridge, pay the toll, get across, live a life. You can't.
Yeah. I always say that.
Yeah. You can't always get what you want, but you got to try sometimes, and you might find what you're looking for. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. My beat's sick, and my crew is sicker. Everybody wants to drink my handle of liquor. I walk down south, and I can't rap. Yeah. Yeah. This is my crew, and this is what we do. I walk to the street, and I eat McDonald's too. I can't rhyme, and I'm not good at it. Let's try to get to the podcast and edit it.
Word.
See? All right. Well, hello and welcome to the Two Guys on the Toilet podcast, episode 11. Episode 10 went, I think, pretty well, kind of. We've had a good first 10 episodes. Yeah, and now we're deep in the double digits. So we're definitely moving along here. Trying to bring more energy with every episode, getting better at it as we go. We finally have some more stuff on the screen. Oh, it's just Google, but we're dancing, we're rapping, we're celebrating, we're feeling good.
Yeah, look at me. I'm on the internet. Look at me.
Oh yeah. Oh, bust it. But yeah, here we go.
Pay attention to me. Am I keeping everyone's attention real good?
Am I popular lit?
Am I internet popular?
Are we famous yet?
Can
I quit my job and become a full-time podcaster yet?
No? I want to be the next Mr. Beast.
Am
I there yet?
Mr. Bungus. I want to give people my money and get nothing out of it.
I think I could be the next big TikTok star.
That's what we should do. Just half the episode is just us dancing to TikTok dances. All right, guys. Are you guys ready? Macarena. Macarena. Macarena.
I don't know if the kids are doing the Macarena anymore.
I don't know what they're doing anymore. The last dance I know is the Renegade, but I don't know how to do it. So it's like that's about it. All I know from it. But anyway, yeah. So I've got a little bit of stuff to talk about here. Do you have any little stuff to talk about here?
Sure. I was thinking maybe I might have a little bit to say about Everything Everywhere All at Once. It is a movie.
Oh, I've been wanting to watch that because that, if it's what I think it is, that's not how you spell everything. Man, I can't spell crap. Yeah. So this movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once, with Michelle Yeoh, who is also in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, okay. So she's in one of them kung fu movies that you love so much.
There's also Andy Lay, and I believe his brother Brian Lay, or Lee, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but they are part of the Marshall Club YouTube channel. I really like their stuff. I've been watching them for a long time, and now I'm excited to see that they're in big movies. They're in this movie. Andy Lay also plays the Death Dealer in Shang-Chi and the Seven Rings or whatever.
10 rings?
10 rings, yeah. How many rings? But,
I haven't seen it.
It's good to see that he's moving up in the world. I really like him.
Have you seen that one?
Yeah. Yep. I watched
Oh, how was that?
it. It's not bad. It's kind of interesting. I don't really want to spoil too much of it, but it is overall a pretty good movie. Um, I didn't really know what was going on because I don't
Yeah.
really know much of the backstory, but I feel like it
I
did a good
watched
job explaining and doing stuff.
Thor: Love and Thunder on the way back on the flight back from New York
Yeah.
as well.
Have you seen it before, or was that your first time?
No, that was the first time.
Oh, I love that movie. That movie's super good.
Right.
I think after like Ragnarok and this one, yeah, those are probably my favorite.
I think Ragnarok was better.
Yeah, I mean, my dad
I think,
said like,
I think
yeah,
Ragnarok went full bore on the jokes.
yeah.
And I think Love and Thunder kind of let off a little bit.
I don't know. I thought it was funny for the whole thing, but like my dad, he thought it was a little too joking the whole time. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. The the Jane Foster uh, in Thor thing, like I don't know. It was kind of funny.
Yeah,
And I wish they had committed more. I wish it was like just a joke.
yeah.
Like I, wi- I wish
I
they didn't. Also, I wish they didn't try to have their cake and eat it too. I wish they had just straight up gone for comedy.
yeah.
And they tried to get both go both ways.
I don't know. I feel like they did pretty well. You know, I was not a big fan. I like Christian Bale, but the character he plays, I was a little bit. Meh. I mean, it was cool. I like the premise of him. You know, the gods are crap, and he's going to kill them. But I feel like,
Wait, that was Christian Bale
yeah,
as the God Killer.
yeah, it's Batman.
Oh,
Where's the
wow!
hammer?
I did not realize that was Christian Bale.
Yeah. Um, but yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't really get with it. I don't know. It was a
I
cool premise, but it felt a little, man, I don't know.
it yeah, I don't know. It was. I don't think like the stakes needed to be the end of the universe. You know,
Yeah, I thought too.
um,
Like when he
like it could have just been like the God Killer trying to kill Thor. Like that could have been the
yeah,
climax. It didn't need to be, oh, the God Killer is gonna end the universe,
yeah, that was a
right?
little bit weird too. I don't know the whole thing of like when he like imprisons the kids and then like the kids get all like the gold weapons or whatever.
You know, the kids get Thor can apparently just bestow his power
Yeah,
on any, and just make them another Thor,
yeah, I don't
which
know.
is which is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, it was cool to see
Although
though that who the heck Edris Elba, but who does he play as? He's the
Idris
gatekeeper.
Elba in that.
He's the gatekeeper or whatever. But
Hmm.
his like kid in the movie, he like has his powers. So that was kind of cool. And so we'll see what happens with that guy. But I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, overall,
Well,
it was pretty good.
Thor is a little OP.
Yeah. I was
Thor is,
honestly, I was a little disappointed because in Ragnarok, when he's fighting the Hulk, he like goes like full lightning and uses his hands and stuff, and then we like never see it again. I'm like, dude, that was so cool. Why can't you do that anymore?
well,
But
I mean, he did that in Love and Thunder, I guess,
did
right?
he? I can't remember. I don't know. It feels like a
Well, when he was bestowing the power of Thor upon the children.
yeah. I guess I don't know, but I did like. I liked that they brought back the his like friends from the original Thors, like his like
Valkyrie?
Asgard friends. No, not Valkyrie. It's the guy.
The rock guy?
No, not Korg. From the the
Korg?
first Thor movie, like Thor: The Dark World. He's got
Oh,
like his 4 friends, and they go across fighting. It's like his battle crew or whatever.
I had never watched Dark World. I heard it was not so good.
It wasn't great, but he had a cool team. Yeah, when they go to that ice planet and there's that big monster and there's the lady laying on the ground there and they go up to her. That lady used to be on his team. So, also, because I'm looking at the actors here, the lady who plays Nebula, the blue girl with the robot parts.
I know Nebula.
As blue girl robot parts.
I did not like that the Guardians of the Galaxy were just crammed into that movie. I did not like that at all. That was
Well, he was hanging out with them in the last movie, so
that didn't. Sure, but they were just like an afterthought. They were just there for just like a split second, just so like Thor could.
They need that money, man. They need that money.
Could just like win the battle for them.
I thought that was actually a funny scene. I quite liked that.
I mean, it was funny, but like it didn't need to be the Guardians of the. It could have just been that king, that blue guy.
Yeah,
he could have just showed up to fight for that blue guy, and it would have worked just as well.
Yeah.
I don't like they just crammed the Guardians in that movie just to be like, hey, look at there's the Guardians of the Galaxy. They're in this movie. Wow.
Yeah.
Look at all this. Look how connected our universe is. Wow.
I don't know. I mean, I like Chris Pratt, so that's cool. But so I didn't realize it. But,
yeah.
Well,
wow,
I was
he's gonna do real great as Mario. Can't wait for that.
Yahoo! But oh man, I watched the video.
No, he doesn't even bother with a Yahoo!
I watched the video.
No. He would just be like, Yahoo! That'd be Chris Pratt's Mario.
I watched the video. They redid all of Chris Pratt's parts, but with the Italian dialogue, and like the original Mario dialogue. That was pretty funny. But anyway, okay. So the lady who plays Gamora, nope, not Gamora, Nebula, the blue girl, right? One, she's hot. But I didn't realize it until just now when I looked
Good
at
to
it.
know.
She's
Thanks for
the
that.
girl from Jumanji. She's in Jumanji.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that. She is hot though.
What's her name?
Oh, Karen Gillan.
Karen Gillan. Gotcha.
A Scottish actress.
Not real familiar with her.
She's in a good amount of stuff. So I mean, she's in Doctor Who.
She's
a lot of Doctor Who.
I imagine she's in both the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
She's in What If.
Or wait, all three of them. There's three of them now, aren't there?
She's in all of the Guardians of the Galaxy. She's in Jumanji, Infinity War, The Call of the Wild, Not Another Happy Ending. She's in Spies in Disguise with Will Smith, where he turns into a bird. Yeah.
Neat.
And she's in Stuber, which I still haven't seen, but I do want to watch. That's the one with Dave Bautista, where he's like a cop or something, and then he like goes in the Uber car, and he drives around with the guy in the Uber car. I don't know. I want to watch it.
Wow.
Oh!
Uber the movie. All right.
And Stuber, it has Iko Uwais, which is cool. I don't know if you know who that guy is. He's in a bunch of martial art movies. He does, I think, Muay Thai. He's in a couple with Scott Adkins, who I like, and wish he was my dad. But, you know, yeah.
Scott Adkins, if you're listening.
Yeah. Scott Adkins, if you're out there listening to this, which...
You could come replace Kevin's dad.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect.
I like my dad, but you are cooler. So,
yeah.
Could you be my dad? Thank you. At my wedding, can you walk me down the aisle?
Or just be your second dad.
Yeah. Can you be my second
two
dad?
dads. Yeah.
You adopt me. But I like Scott Adkins. He's pretty cool. He's a funny guy. Do you know Scott Adkins?
Oh, no, Scott Adkins.
Okay, well, I'll look him up for you. He
I don't know
is,
too terribly many actors by name, really.
so Scott Adkins. He is in Boyka. Boyka is like the number one thing he's known for. Boyka is so he's like this Russian guy, and he goes to prison, and then he fights in prison, basically. And then in like the second one, he gets out.
Seems like a Russian guy would be good at that.
Well, he's not actually Russian, but oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah. In real life, he's a British guy, but he's also a Ninja, which is a great movie. Avengement, which is less than okay. He's in Ip Man 4. Have you seen Ip Man 4? No? Okay.
There are a lot of movies I have not seen. At my last job, I kind of got teased for not really having seen a lot of movies. It was kind of a running joke.
Apparently he's in Expendables 2. Apparently he's in Doctor Strange, which I didn't know. Also, everybody's texting me on Discord. Cool. Apparently he's in John Wick, which I didn't know. American Assassin. Special Forces. He's in a bunch of movies I didn't know he was in. But basically, if you want to watch Scott Adkins, you should watch Ninja, Boyka, Triple Threat, and The Debt Collectors. Debt Collectors is a funny movie.
Probably not going to do that.
Okay, well, anyway. You suck. Apparently he's also in The Legend of Hercules, which is cool.
Anyway,
I movie talk today.
I did. Probably my favorite thing about Love and Thunder was
the girl.
What the heck?
Zeus having technical difficulties.
Yes. Sorry. I liked the Stormbreaker and Mjolnir thing. That was really funny.
I still love you, Stormbreaker.
Yeah. I think they could have leaned harder into that.
I quite like that. Yeah, like the whole time he's like looking at Millionaire, and he's like, "Oh no, it's nothing. It's just an old friend of mine."
We were just talking.
It's fine. It's okay. It meant nothing.
Yeah, that was a good joke. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting though. I thought it was kind of cool that like Jane Foster, she like gets the calling and then like it reassembles for her. I mean, that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, no, it was cool how she could like break apart Mjolnir and have it like raining down on enemies like shrapnel. That was sick. I like that, and then it reforms.
I thought it was funny too when she shows up for the first time. And Thor's like, "Who's this lady?" And she like upgrades his armor to like all gold and like this crazy stuff. He's like, "Oh,
so he starts like fluffing up his armor.
Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, so so Love and Thunder, go watch. Just got
everything.
Go watch. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. We didn't really talk about, but go watch.
Yeah, That movie is that is high above anything that Love and Thunder does. Let me tell you that. It is a different league of movie.
Yeah, I meant to watch it. I've been meaning to watch it.
It's an actual movie.
Yeah,
as opposed to just another Marvel, just another churned out Marvel thing.
Yeah.
Which, I shouldn't be a surprise, but
my boy anyway.
Yeah, it is a very aptly named movie.
Yeah.
I guess I should try not to spoil it too much for you, but
I I kind of understand what goes on. She like goes between different timelines or whatever, or multiverses, and
Well, it's not different. Yeah, it's not different timelines. It's just different universes.
Yeah, and she's fighting or something. I really don't know. I've seen behind the scenes on it, so I basically know what happens.
It's it's wild.
Yeah.
The amount of VFX and the amount of costumes. There are so many different versions of each of the characters. It's insane. Like,
Yeah.
Evelyn, the main character, there's
Michelle Yeoh.
Oh god, this movie is it's off the fucking rails. There's like 50 different Evelyns. Like there's this one universe where Evelyn and like the IRS agent, they are in a universe where everyone has hot dog hands. And they're having like a romantic relationship for some and they're like trying to like hug each other, and it's really weird, awkward because they have hot dog hands. They're like, you just see this and it's funny, and then they actually like they carry on, like you see it bit by bit through the whole movie, and it's wild. There's a whole bit with a raccoon in there in a universe where Evelyn is a professional chef, which is just hilarious. There's so much shit happening.
Yeah.
but it's also cohesive somehow.
That's good.
Yeah, like I don't know how they did it.
Yeah. Huh.
But it works while also having just tons of shit crammed into it.
Huh. Yeah, I've been meaning to watch it. I wonder if is it on Disney Plus, you think?
No. You're just gonna have to pay $6 to rent it on YouTube or Amazon or whatever.
Garbage.
That's $6.
$6 is too much.
You can't afford $6.
I don't trust the internet. I don't use my card on the internet. But yeah, I need to watch it. I'll watch it. Don't worry.
Good movie.
Yeah. So you recommend?
Yeah. After we watched that, I saw another one. I wanna see. Probably gonna watch Swiss Army Man pretty soon.
That sounds familiar.
I watched the trailer for that. It's Daniel Radcliffe as the Swiss Army Man.
2016.
And yeah, some weirdo gets stranded on an island or something, and he finds like a dead body washed up ashore, but it turns out the dead body can talk, and the dead body can be used like as a boat or as a gun or as just used for whatever. He's a Swiss Army Man. He can be used as a jet ski.
That's what I'm seeing.
It looks like a good time.
Huh. Interesting. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. It's kind of interesting. Talking about shows that I've been watching, I just started watching. It's called Super Bro. I did kind of tell you about this a little bit already, but I would like to tell everybody. This show, my dad is already a fan of it too. It's a Australian show, and it's about like these two guys, and they play like these teenagers, but they also play the one kid's parents, which is funny. But they just kind of like go around and do stupid stuff in Australia. You know, like I don't know. It's an interesting. Some of the jokes I don't really get, but a lot of it is just super funny. Like the one episode,
Is it because they're like Australian things?
it's like a kind of a
Yeah.
niche Australian joke, and I'm like, I don't really get that, but overall, it is super funny. Like the one episode, the dad and the wife's dad, they go out to fish, and then they catch this little tuna, and they bring it back, and then he's like, I want to eat the tuna, and the dad's like, he's like, no, I'll freeze the tuna, and we'll save it for a different day, and I'll eat it. And he's like, no, I caught the tuna, I want to eat it now. And the guy's like, no, my boat, my house, my rod, it's my tuna, you're not getting any of it. And so he's like, whatever. And so he goes out to go look for some tuna, and he shows up at the fish market, and he finds this like 4 foot tuna, and they're doing an auction on it, and he's like, so two guys are like bidding on it, and he shows up, and he's doing like, they're like 300, he's like 301. The guy's like 350, he's like 351, and they're kind of going up like that, and then like the other guy quits, and it's this Chinese guy, and he like every time the guy's like, will anybody bid, he like gets on the phone, he's like and he talks to somebody, he's like okay, and he's like raising the price like $1,000, and the guy's like no, 1,001, and then he like goes on the phone again, he's like okay 1,500, and so and they like go up to $2,300, and so he buys it, and it's this gigantic tuna, and he like runs out, and well, they're like, yeah, we can ship it to you tomorrow, and he's like, no, I need it now, so I can go eat it in front of him at his house. And the guy's like, he's like what? He's like, you need to keep it refrigerated. He's like, I can do, and so he grabs it and he runs out, and so he was like, he tries to get on the bus, and the bus driver's like, you can't bring that on here. He's like, I will pay for its ticket. Just let me on the bus. I need to go. And the guy's like, no. And everybody like pushes him out. And so he goes and hides in like in a beer shop, in a liquor store, in the freezer section, like the cold stuff. And he's like sitting there, and this girl walks up, and she looks at him, and the guy's like, he's like, you don't see me. Walk away and don't tell anybody. He's like, I only need 5 more minutes. And so he gets thrown out, and he's like walking, and he tries to get into another place, and the guy like stops him and throws the fish, but the bus comes by and blows up the fish. And so he goes and eats all the fish from the ground, and he shows up at the house, and the dad's like, yeah, see, you couldn't get a fish. He's like, you couldn't get a tuna. You lost. You suck. And he's like, no, I ate 50 kilograms of fish. And the guy's like, what? And
pukes up on the floor.
yeah. He's like this, and he just like throws up on the table. He's like, you will clean this. And he like just throws up on everybody. It's just going. It is funny. But I can't explain it so well, but
fever dream.
it is so funny, yeah. And then like, yeah, I don't want to give
Super
up
Bros.
too much. Yeah, Super Bro. Oh, somehow I looked up Super Wog. What the heck is Super Wog? Oh, I guess it is. What? Okay, so you look up Super Bro, but then it pops up as Super Wog, which is weird. But it is called Super Bro. But anyway, it is a really funny show. Go watch it. It's hilarious. But yeah, and then like there's one where he's like getting his driver's license, and the lady fails him because he honked at somebody. And then like I don't want to give away too much. It is a really funny show. Go watch it. It's on Netflix. I don't know what else is on, but it's on Netflix. So go watch it. It is hilarious.
Nice.
But yeah, I thought I might switch this over to video game talk since we've been talking a lot about movies here. So last night
Mhm.
I went and hung out. Oh, I went. Just leave it. Yeah, I went and hung out with some friends, right? And we played a game where you bang a drum. I forgot what that's called. It's a rhythm game, but that's not really important. I don't really want to talk about that.
Donkey Kong Jungle Beat.
No, it's like the little taiko drum with the face on it. It
Oh.
looks like sushi.
Like the arcade taiko drum game.
Yes.
Ah.
Taiko drum game. You guys can see how
Or-
slow I type here.
There might be multiple.
Taiko no Tatsujin.
Mm.
Yes. It's on the
Gotcha.
Switch. And I think on the Xbox as well. But yeah, so we played that. It's pretty cool. But
Wait, does it come with a taiko drum accessory?
no, but you can buy it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you guys have the drum?
No, we played with an Xbox controller, and that was tough.
Ah.
It was really tough.
Damn.
But anyway, I don't really want to talk about that. It's cool and all, but there's nothing really to talk about. It's a rhythm game.
Sure.
But I did want to talk about Tekken. I've watched a decent amount of Tekken gameplay, but I finally played it for the first time ever, and it is pretty awesome.
Don't believe I've ever actually played a Tekken.
I've never either, but it is honestly quite good. The blocking system is some absolute garbage. That is a big no-no for me because there's no blocking button. You just have to like pull back in a certain direction and you kind of block. It's garbage. You get juggled a lot. There's no real way to get out of it. At least not that I can
That's
figure
a
out.
typical method of blocking in fighting games, I believe, is to be
Just go back.
holding the stick in the opposite direction of whatever hit is coming in. Yeah.
I think that's how it is in Street Fighter. But I don't know. I didn't really like it. I like Smash with the block button. But the characters are pretty funny. There's like a guy who looks like
There's
Dr.
a bear.
Wily.
In
Yeah,
Tekken 7, I believe.
Yeah, there's a bear. There's a panda. There's a character that looks like Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee. There's a girl with an outfit that's just some squid covering her. It's an insane outfit.
Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Actually, I played as Bob, who is this big guy, and I played as a guy who looks like Lucio from Overwatch. Those who I played. Eduardo. Or Eddie. But, it's pretty cool. The combo system is definitely interesting. I just pressed a bunch of buttons, and I kind of figured it out. But it's insane how many different combos there are to do. It's ungodly. We looked at one of the characters. They had 109 combos.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Too many. But overall, it was a fun game. It looks good. It's a really fluid game. Quite like
Tekken is probably the most egregious number of moves out of most fighting games, I think. Right?
Oh my god!
Like I don't think Mortal Kombat is that crazy, right?
I have no clue. I used to play a little bit of Mortal Kombat. I was terrible at it. I never learned anything from it. But Street Fighter, I don't think you have crazy combos like that. Like some of them, it was like left, right, up, down, left, 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 A, B, 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 and then it's like it was like 15 inputs to do this
one
combo.
move.
I'm like, what the heck? But it's pretty cool though. There's a lot of interestingly similar
shit to learn.
characters that there's a lot of characters that look weirdly close to other characters from other stuff.
Okay. Well, I mean, they have it that way in Smash. Like, you got like Simon and Richter. Like
those
they're
are just the actual characters. Well, no, there's
Like there's a lot of characters in Smash that have very similar move sets. Like
no, I'm not talking about movesets. I'm talking about they look like characters from other franchises. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Like there's a guy who looks like Dr. Wily from Mega Man.
Okay,
There's a few characters that look like Street Fighter characters.
gotcha.
There's a few characters who are like, well, this looks weirdly familiar to a different
kind of
game I
on
know.
kind of on the edge of
Yeah,
copyright infringement.
getting close,
Yeah.
but
Ah,
yeah. Honestly, overall though, it was a fun game. We were doing a tag team, so it's like two people fighting, and then you can switch out and other people fight. And you can do that. It was pretty fun. Me and one of my friends were on a 5-win streak. We were kind of kicking butt. But yeah, it was overall very fun. We also played WWE, which is fire, and I love WWE, even though they did my
Sure.
man Triple H dirty. But the first match was an interesting lineup because I did not know Jake Paul is in the game, and Machine Gun Kelly is also
Wow.
in the game. And so our first fight, I was Mr. T. We had Machine Gun Kelly.
Have they had Jake Paul on WWE proper now?
Yeah,
Wow.
he's got a match against Roman Reigns coming up here soon.
Why he really went from just being a YouTube degenerate asshole to just being a WWE and MMA guy.
He never did MMA.
Uh,
He did a boxing match.
Did he not?
He did a boxing match.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. But he's just all into boxing and wrestling now. Then it seems like.
Well, he used to be a wrestler. He was a college wrestler. So wrestling is
Gotcha.
not different for him. But so talking about fighting and the Pauls, Jake Paul fought against Anderson Silva, the God. Do you know who Anderson Silva is?
No idea.
He was a UFC champion for I can't remember what weight class, but
UFC. That's what I'm thinking of.
yeah, and he is
Not MMA.
ungodly, or he was ungodly. Now he's 47, and he lost because due by the point system. He didn't get knocked out. He got knocked down once. But he took some serious hits, and he dished some serious hits. But yeah, so Jake Paul is 20-something, and Anderson Silva is 47. And for a 47-year-old, tearing it up. But Anderson Silva, crazy good guy. So he...
That's probably a big part of the appeal of the UFC now is just watching Jake Paul get the shit beat out of him, right?
Well, it's boxing. That's not UFC.
Or boxing, or whatever. Just watching Jake Paul just get demolished.
Yeah, I
It's
mean...
probably cathartic for some people.
Well, he technically hasn't won. Alright, he hasn't technically lost any of his fights. And he has been fighting people who aren't fighters.
What do you mean hasn't technically lost?
Well, because he hasn't fought really any real fighters.
So
Except for Anderson Silva, who is a god fighter, but he's old.
These weren't draws. He's won all of his matches.
Yes. He has.
Gotcha.
He's won all his matches, but everybody he's fought either aren't actual fighters or are so far from their prime. Like Anderson Silva.
Wasn't there some other celebrity that
He fought.
that he was fighting at some point?
He fought
Like
a
a
basketball
few-
player. He fought Nate Robinson.
Huh.
He fought Nate Robinson, but he also fought
I think he
a
was
wrestler guy.
it had to be at least 3 years ago. That this happened. There was some other celebrity, but I forget who it was.
Ben Askren,
Hmm.
I think. Hold on.
Okay, that doesn't ring a bell, but sure.
If it's true, I think it is.
I mean, I think it was some other like, I think it was some other YouTuber
Oh,
or something.
Deji. He fought Deji.
Deji?
Yeah, KSI's brother.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know.
so he fought Ben Askren, who is also I think a UFC fighter, but he was more of a wrestler. Who is also very much out of his prime. He fought Nate Robinson, who is a basketball player. Tyrone Woodley, who is also a former UFC fighter, but very much out of his prime. Um,
I don't
and
know. Maybe this wasn't UFC. It might have been something different.
yeah, well, they fought all these guys at boxing, which is not what they do, except for Anderson Silva, who is a decent boxer, but he is 47, so that doesn't, yeah. But we all just want him to fight a real boxer. But he did post a photo with Brock Lesnar, and if they got in a fight, God, that would be insane. Well, it would be really bad for Jake Paul because Brock Lesnar would probably two-shot the kid. So, you know who Brock Lesnar is?
Nope.
Oh my God, dude. Okay.
Don't follow any kind of boxing, MMA, fighting, whatever. I don't follow that.
Brock Lesnar was a WWE champion, right? He was in the WWE for a long time. And then he's like, you know what? I'm going to join the UFC. So he joins the UFC, and he's fighting in the heavyweight division, which is 265.
So the UFC isn't like, it's not like a show match thing the same way as the WWE, right? It's
UFC
is
is real fighting. WWE is
okay.
like show
okay.
wrestling.
UFC is yeah.
Yes. So everybody was like,
so he went from show wrestling to actual fighting.
Yeah, but he was a national champion wrestler. So Brock Lesnar is a legit wrestler, and he was a national champion. And so he started training, and he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna fight in the UFC," and everybody's like, "Oh, he's just gonna get swept under," and because I think Sheamus did it before him, and he failed. So everybody's like, "Hey, he's gonna suck," and so, and what people also didn't know was at the weigh-ins he would hit 265, which is the max weight you can hit for heavyweight. But then he would add water weight, and so when he was actually fighting, he was fighting around 300. He was huge, like gigantic.
Wait, he weighed in, and then he would drink 35 pounds of water?
Well, so how wrestlers do it is, well, yeah, okay, not water. It's, yeah, I don't know. But so the way they do it, like a lot of wrestlers and stuff,
I think that's enough to kill you.
Yeah, well, okay, so like they like kind of starve themselves and lose a bunch of weight, then they weigh in, and then they eat a whole bunch and gain all that weight back.
Oh, and right, because the weigh-in is like a few days before the fight.
Yeah, it's a little bit before. Yeah. And since Brock Lesnar was a wrestler and he's used to doing it, it was already fine. But yeah, like when you would see him
extremely unhealthy eating habit.
It's terrible for you, yeah. But so like you would see him at the weigh-in and you would look, he's still a big guy, but you would see him walk in the ring. God, he was huge. But anyway, Brock Lesnar, everybody was like, okay, he's going to suck.
So if you weigh over 265, you just can't, there's no division for you, you just can't fight?
There used to be a super heavyweight, but no.
You're just disqualified.
Yeah. Well, you just have to either like redo or whatever. But anyway, so everybody was sleeping on Brock Lesnar. He comes in, he does a couple fights, and he wins. He gets the world heavyweight, or he gets the heavyweight champion belt. He does like 6 fights, beats the champion in the heavyweight division, holds the belt. He like defends it 3 times. His appendix bursts or something. He gets a surgery, and then he just kind of, yeah. Yeah. He dominated people. And then his like appendix or liver or something. He had some kind of surgery, and that made him not really able to fight. And so that felt bad. But
Yeah, it sounds like an appendix thing.
Yeah, I don't know, I forgot, but yeah, he got some kind of surgery and then couldn't fight so well anymore. But yeah, that was a
I,
big dude hitting hard. It's insane.
from what I know about losing your appendix, it doesn't actually. It shouldn't actually really cause any problems because
I don't think it
apparently
was his appendix. It was I think it
uh,
was like his liver or something.
some kind of organ failure.
Yeah, it was something, and he had to like get a surgery, and he just never really recovered from it to fight again. But yeah, he's got like these gigantic traps. It's insane. He was also a professional football player.
There's Conor McGregor. I know, is that guy a UFC
Yeah,
fighter?
yeah.
He like snapped his leg in half
I watched that fight.
like a year ago, right?
Yeah, I watched that fight live. Um.
That looked painful. I saw that.
Oh, yeah. That looked miserable. How do you say surgery? Surgery. Colon.
Maybe it was.
It's colon.
Did Jake Paul ever fight Conor McGregor? Is that the show match I'm thinking of?
No, that is so far a different weight class.
Hmm.
But so Brock Lesnar standing in at 6'3", 286 pounds as of Google here. He's 45. Yeah, he was a NCAA Division I wrestling champ.
Jake Paul is doing all that he can. And this is an article from December 2020. Jake Paul is doing all that he can to entice Conor McGregor to a fight.
Not gonna happen.
Well, presumably it already did or didn't happen because this is an article from 2 years ago.
Oh, I remember they were talking, but McGregor one is like 50 plus pounds lighter and a good few inches shorter, so it wouldn't be. And McGregor's not a boxer.
Wouldn't be like an official UFC sanctioned fight.
Well, it wouldn't be UFC anyway. But it would just be.
What would it be?
Huh?
It would just be their own thing.
Yeah, that's what the whole thing with Jake Paul is doing is he sets up the fights and he does. I mean, he has a contract company I think he deals through with, but they're not going to like the UFC or actual boxing things. He's setting it up himself, and that's why all the fights are so half the time rigged or so uneven is because he's the one setting it up. There's no official organization setting it up. Like if he joined an actual like boxing league, he would one be in like amateurs, but he would probably get wailed on first off. But it would be a very different thing. But
Gotcha.
yeah, if he was fighting with actual boxers, I think he would get wailed on. Like when he fought Floyd Mayweather, that was a sad fight. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, Brock Lesnar, very cool guy. Yeah, I don't know. What else do we got?
Been watching a lot of the New Zealand sketch production YouTube channel called Viva La Dirt League.
Yeah.
Lately, I've I don't know. I've watched their sketches here and there for a long time, but I just watched one of their longer. They finally did like a longer production last year, based on their NPC man, like RPG, like sketches.
Oh, is that the one? It's like three people, and then
Yeah,
I think I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, they do like Skyrim style.
Adam, Alan, and Rowan are the three guys.
Yeah, but they do like it's like kind of like Skyrim or whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Cool.
Yeah, or they'll just have sketches with like Greg the garlic farmer interacting with like player characters.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, they are pretty
Yeah.
funny.
So last year they they did like a longer like 35 minute production for it about Balin the fisherman, an NPC who just walks around just saying morning, nice day for fishing, ain't it? What? And that's the only thing he can say. But he's the hero of this short film. Yeah, it's called Balin's Route because based off of how a NPC will have a path that they follow over the course of a day.
Balin's Route, an epic NPC man adventure.
Yeah, they filmed it on the New Zealand South Island. I think they're from the North Island. They got some gorgeous shots.
That's where Lord of the Rings is filmed.
Let's see. Yeah, they filmed it.
Oh.
I mean, they even have like a shot at the beginning, kind of a nod towards Lord of the Rings. I think there's like they put Mount Doom in the distance of one of their shots.
Yeah. I think I just broke my chair.
Yeah. This it was excellent. It was better than any fucking Marvel movie.
Yeah.
That's for sure. It was very cool. I highly recommend it. Yeah, Balin is a hero.
I'd be more in this, but I feel like I just broke my chair, and so now I'm feeling sad.
I don't know what to tell you, buddy.
I don't know, because I don't remember my chair leaning like this until just now. That's not good. Alright, well, I'll figure that out later. But yeah, okay, so Balin's Route, you liked it. It's filmed in New Zealand where Lord of the Rings is filmed.
I was also watching their like wrecked. They did a little short, a little mini series about a TF2 team, which was really good.
Yeah.
It starts out with them like doing a victory dinner and like mourning the loss of Quake because the Quake servers are shutting down. But then like one of the characters he sees a game store like put up a Team Fortress 2 poster over the Quake poster, and he goes, "Hey, take that stupid poster down. Get Quake back on there." But then the game store guy gets him to start playing Team Fortress 2, and then the team realizes that they can still play together as a team and play Team Fortress 2, and not all hope is lost. So they start playing Team Fortress 2, but then one of them leaves the team because he's 30 and he needs to actually do something with his life. So he leaves, and then they have to get like this edgelord to join their team, and the edgelord's got beef with Rowan's character, and there's all kinds of goofy shit. It's really well done.
Yeah. I'll have to check it out.
It's done by people who actually like play video games.
Yeah.
And understand video game culture, as opposed to some of those like Disney productions or whatever. where
Yeah.
they just have no fucking clue what they're doing, but they're like, "Oh, esports. Yeah, that'll be good. We'll make a show about esports. The kids will like that."
Yeah, let's do what the heck is it? There was like a Disney Channel show a while back.
I'm
It's
sure
like
there
four
was.
gamers.
Yeah,
Level
sounds
up.
about right.
Level up. Man, that show's yeah, that was some garbage.
Viva La Dirt League is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, but got anything else to say, or should we wrap it up? We've got a pretty good time here. We're at like 55.
That's probably about it.
Yeah, cool. Well, thank you guys for watching episode 11. Today was a great, eventful episode. I think I broke my chair, which is all cool. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I should for sure say that at the beginning of the video, because, would be nice. But anyway, yeah, like and subscribe. Add a comment if you guys want us to talk about anything. If you know of any hot girls, send it our way. But anyway, yeah, thank you guys for watching. And
any hot boys, we'll take those too.
You can have those. I'll take the girls.
Any hot anyone.
Yeah, human, animal, anything, we'll take it. We're lonely out here. But anyway, thank you guys for watching episode 11. Have a good day. Bye-bye. We need to figure out how to end better.